Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is April. Thank you so much for checking out this video. So today I created this look using pretty much all drugstore products. If you watch any of my other videos, you know I use mostly drugstore. Let's jump right into this video. Real quick though, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I put out a new video every single Wednesday. So without further ado, let's get started. So getting started today, I already primed my face. I used this one for the first time from NYX. It's their Angel Veil Primer. Oh my god, it's now my new favorite. It is amazing. It definitely blurred my pores. It just gave me like a nice smooth texture to my skin. Definitely blurred a little bit of my current blemishes. So yes, new fave. Definitely worth the money. I think this one was a little pricey, I must say. I think it was like 18 bucks, but it's worth it. So for foundation today, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Mattes. I'm using the shade Natural Beige because I got a little bit of a tan going on. I have a little bit of a breakout today because I ate too much cheese this weekend. I'm just loving this foundation. So my foundation is a different color than my skin, obviously. But I'm matching my tan, so if you're like, what is she doing? That color is totally wrong for her skin. I know. Then for concealer, this is the Maybelline Fit Me. So for bronzer, I'm going to use this NYX one in the shade Light. If anybody knows another really good drugstore bronzer, please let me know because I just realized I only currently use pretty much NYX and Physicians Formula. But I want to try different bronzers. And for blush, I'm going to use this one from The Balm. It's in the shade Argyle. I'm just going to take that bronzer and just define my nose a smidge. Oh, that always like really makes me want to sneeze. Just like tickling my nosy. Then I usually just take my beauty blender again and just bounce it over that just so it's a little softer. And then pop some under here. I'm gonna Cupid's bow. Again, I just do this because then when I put my highlighter over this later on, it really makes this part look like nice and juicy. Now I'm going to take my good old Smashbox powder and just going to take a little bit on a brush here, and I'm just going to, I don't want to do like a really heavy contour today. I just want the cheeks to stand out a little bit more, so I'm just kind of dusting the powder. Get out of there, hair. Just kind of create a little bit more definition on the side here. Then I'm going to take the powder on my beauty blender and just set the rest of my face. It's like so freaking hard for me to get up this morning. I don't know about anyone else, but I need like a good solid hour in the morning before I can be like near other human beings because I'm just really angry that I have to be awake at this hour. Even when I get to work, it's still not enough time. Like my first customer, I'm always like, oh. And then like around 11 o'clock, I like kind of perk up because I'm like, oh, it's almost lunchtime. Food, yay! So now I'm just going to take a little bit of liquid liner and I'm just going to go over the few little moles that I have just to make them stand out so they don't look like pimples or have like any imperfections in my makeup. Dust any extra powder off that may be here. So for highlighter today, I'm going to use one of my new favorites. This is from the drugstore. It's the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glow Nude Palette, and it is amazing. I've been using it for a couple days now. trying out all the shades, and so far they were all amazing. So today I'm going to use this shade here, which is called Venus. A+ L'Oreal. I mean, you do kind of have to build it up, but which is kind of nice because sometimes you don't want like something that's really intense. Like, you can have control over your highlight, I like a very blinding highlight, Not everybody likes that, especially when I go to work. Under those fluorescent lights at work, I look like I'm glowing. And now, Cupid's bow. I like. So I'm just going to take a little eyebrow pencil. I'm not even going to say the name of this one because I don't even really like it. But the one I normally use is this one from NYX, the micro pencil. This one is really good. This one is very expensive and stupid and I don't like it. But I ran out of the NYX one, so I have no choice. So I like to take this and I'm just gonna kind of create my shape. My eyebrows kind of look like a mess because I'm trying to grow these puppies out, but they just don't grow. It's crazy. Like, my hair doesn't grow. Same thing with the hair on my head. It takes me, when you see me with my hair down here, it's gonna be like 5 years from now. And I like to do this just to save time because, especially like today, I'm going to work. I can't afford to spend like 40 minutes on my eyebrows. So if I kind of do a shape before, then when I just have to basically fill them in, and it just saves me a lot of time. So I'm going to start off using the NYX Build 'Em Up Powder Brow. This is in the shade Black. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to run it through the front of my brows in little hair-like strokes. And I like to do this in the front where I have hair so that it just gives the illusion that I actually have thicker, fuller brows. This stuff works really good, but it's kind of a pain. Like, you kind of have to, you can't just dip it back in. You have to really like screw it back on, shake it, so you get some of the powder. And another thing that kind of sucks about this product is it's so hard not to get fallout. So I'll just take a really like fluffy brush and just try and dust it off. It usually works pretty good. So now I'm going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow, and this is in the shade Granite, and I just picked up a little product. I'm using the back of the lid here just so I can really smooth out my brush, get it nice and pointy. And now I'm just going to fill in the rest of this. Now I'm just taking a little bit of this NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I'm just going to run this through the front. Just kind of put those hairs in place. It also gives my brows a little bit of texture. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but now I'm just taking a little bit of that Fit Me concealer on the back of my hand, and I'm going to tidy these suckers up. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer and I'm just going to run it through the front of my brow, and I just like use my finger and just kind of pull it up through the front there. This just breaks up that harsh line. I'm going to take a little bit on top here and just kind of erase some of those strokes that maybe were a little bit too long. And there we go. Now I could just go on forever tweaking my eyebrows, but you know, naturally in nature your eyebrows aren't perfect. So if they are a little uneven or whatever, then I just leave it because that's how it's kind of supposed to be, you know? So I'm going to set this all with my Maybelline Master Fix Setting Spray. Okay, so once that's all dry, ooh, what is this going on here? Alright, so now I'm going to prime my eyes using my NYX HD primer. And then I'm just going to take a little bit more of that setting powder and just set this down. So I'm going to use my NYX Brights palette, and I'm going to take this orangey, rusty kind of shade here in the corner. And this is going to be my crease shade. But I'm not going to bring it too far in here. I'm going to try and focus it on the outer corner here. And just a little tip if you're new to blending, or maybe you just have a hard time blending your shadows. Little tip, how you hold the brush is everything when it comes to blend out your eyeshadow. So if you're holding it at the end here, you have a lighter touch then, so it's just easier to blend everything out nice and evenly. So if you're holding the brush here, you're closer, and it's actually going to put more pressure onto the skin, so your shadow is more likely to look more like streaky and smudgy. So if you're holding it out here at the end, you'll get just a more feathery application, which gives you nice lighter brush strokes. Does that make sense? So now I'm going to switch over to my NYX Warm Neutrals palette, and I'm going to take this brown tone here. And I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner. In the outer corner. Derp. And then go back in with that other brush, just blend it. Now I'm switching back over to the brights. I'm just going to go back and forth between these two palettes. I'm going to take this purple. I'm using the same brush. Don't care. And I'm just going to pop this in the center. And then just go back in a little bit with that brown, just to blend those two colors together. So now I'm going to take this NYX Fox Whites liner, and this is in the shade Linen. So I'm just going to kind of carve out like a cut crease basically with this. Oh, April. Dope. So I don't know, I like doing cut creases with liners like this because I just feel like I have more control. So then once I get to the center here, I'm just starting to apply less pressure to the liner so I can kind of try and blend that out a little bit. I'm even trying to use my finger, but that's not working. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with the purple first. Now I'm actually going to grab this beautiful orangey pinky shade here, and I'm going to put this over it. Ooh. And then just blend this into the purple. Now I'm just going back in with that original crease shade, and I'm taking a pointier, smaller brush here, and I'm just gonna run it now in the crease. Just gonna make that stand out a little bit more. And blend it out. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, and I'll be right back. So now I'm going to go back to my highlighter. I'm going to grab that shade Moon, and I'm just going to pop that in the corner. I'm just going to run it above. So this look would not be complete without some eyeliner. So I'm gonna use the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. Make sure you guys can see, yes you can. And then I'm also going to take this and bring it down into the waterline. Oh my god, my eyeliner's so fucking wonky today. I do my eyeliner every single day. Like I'm confident to say that I'm pretty good at it, but there's still some days where my hand is like it doesn't, something just happens in my brain where it's like, no, not today. Alright, so while this is drying, I'm gonna just go off to the side and do the same thing on the other side, and I'll be right back. So I'm making a last minute addition to this look because I just can't help myself. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art in the shade Prism. So I'm going to take the glittery side. I'm just going to run this over that crease right there in the corner, if I can. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. We'll see in a moment. Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of squint close my eyes for a while so that this dries. Alright, so finishing up this look, I'm gonna give my lashes a curl. Use this mascara from Milani called Big and Bigger Lashes. Alright, so I popped my lashes on too. I use these drugstore Ardell double ups. Super easy to use. The band is nice and thin. It's not like one of those chunky bands that they're like really easy to put on. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to use the CoverGirl Melting Pout Matte in the shade Current Nude. Ooh, look at me. A bra strap hanging out, looking like a little hussy. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please leave me some comments down below. Let me know what else you want to see in the future. And if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. I put out a new video every single Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!